So I'm filming a much larger video of going through my broken consoles that I've collected in the past decades. And you know what? I'm really set with the right tools and equipment and space to finally do them right. I found out that my original Pokemon cartridge has its save file still on it. I'll be replacing the battery on that, but the battery's still at a good voltage. Don't know what to make of that. And this Gameboy Pocket, which I picked up for, I think I paid $4 for it. Well, the controls never really worked. And it requires that odd 3-lobed screw, which I just never really got. And I realized I finally have it. So, finally, I can make good on this purchase from 2004, 2006, something like that. And I can finally open this up and clean the contacts, because otherwise it works great. I just realized my slip of the tongue saying that it was professional. Wouldn't it be nice if PB Swiss made safety bits? Actually, I haven't checked. They make Torx. I don't think they do make these odd safety bits, but that would be neat to have a PB Swiss one. Well, as for power on this, I have been basically sticking to some batteries that a company sent me a while ago named EBL. They have really replaced my old Rayovac batteries, and honestly, I'm going to see, can I get them to send me some more, because I started giving these to friends and they really like them. They kind of remind me of the Inaloop cells, those Korean batteries. It's difficult to do this one-handed, but oh well. I guess this bit's got magnetized. Very nice. No battery corrosion stains. This is why I'm only going to be using these little rechargeable batteries in here, because it must be protected. Overall, it looks pretty good. I imagine just some sweat fell into the front. All right, now let's switch over to the PB Swiss. I think that's it for the screws. This seems like I was maybe not putting enough force into it, honestly. And I don't know if it's the proper thing, but I can put some MG Chemical control cleaner in there just to keep it from getting any humidity issues. Oh yeah, we have a little bit of some stuff. Yeah, it's stuck on there. Simple enough to repair. It's good to start off by cleaning the outside of the button components. Like I cleaned around here, cleaned around there, and then on the last pass, I'll go over the button contactors. Okie dokie. I've already gone over this. I'm gonna go over it again. Looks like there was like not much, but just something there. I do hope that there's no issues. The underside of this didn't appear to be too messed up or anything. Honestly, this looks pretty pristine. All things considered, I did catch this pretty early. I'm gonna wash this. Oh yes, and in here. Now, one thing I've been wanting to try is this neutral control cleaner that a viewer recommended. It's mostly for potentiometers and things like that, but apparently it has a mineral oil which inhibits oxidation. And well, it was more of an issue in the southern Midwest, but out here I presume humidity would also be an issue of corrosion. So I'm thinking it might be good to put a little bit on the potentiometer for volume, or maybe that's, oh, that might be contrast. Okay, we can do both, and then we can do a little bit in here, and then a little bit in the actual game cartridge slot itself. And then I can hear from you guys if you think I messed up. A bit more came out than I wanted. That kind of bottle would be better for large potentiometers, but honestly, it was a good idea to then take some isopropyl alcohol and wipe everything down. So that's what I did. On the outside, it's all clean, but there's a little bit of that in the edge connector inside of here, and a little bit inside of here, and I'm unsure how isolated these are, but there may have gotten a bit inside of there as well. Now I just want to add that I do know that they make other versions that would probably be better suited for the edge connector and things like that, but I only had enough money to buy one, so I chose this one. And well, in the future, I could see about getting a different one. I've turned this inside out so I wouldn't get any on the outside of it. And I had accidentally oversprayed onto this, so I washed this all off. It's good to go to wash anyway. See, this is gonna be a little experiment. Well, I think everything looks good with this. This is like an absolutely perfect Game Boy Pocket. Pristine condition. Now, somebody might say something like Tetris is a classic, or Super Mario Land. But I think Super Mario Land 2, 6 gold coins, that's a classic. Yeah. Oh, right, all the buttons. Yes, I was holding it with my chin. You know what? I can hold it with my chin even more. Let's do this. Beautiful. Whoop. All right, so regarding the D-pad, now it's right that doesn't work. Left works a little bit stiff. Down is super easy though. So let's open that up and take another look at just that pad. Okay, I gave it a real good scrub, and right works a little bit better. Left works a lot better. Huh. All right, I've decided to take a little bit more of an abrasive route. I have this really nice abrasive napkin from a sushi restaurant, and when I ran this along it, you can see it tore up a little bit of the black pad, and so hopefully that has opened up a new surface. I'm going to do it with the other button faces as well. Just grabbing them, pushing them down, and then like that. Well, that definitely helped a fair deal. There's still a bit of a reluctance on the right pad though. The down pad works great. This is the final time I'll open this, but I'm going to just trying to clean the right arrow button contact a little bit more, and I'm going to flip it around so it's the left arrow contact. Okay, I've scrubbed this really good with some isopropyl alcohol. I took a few more passes, really dug into that really well. I think there's not much else I can do with the original hardware. Again, it always goes that way. Well, I have good news. I definitely don't have to open it again because now the presses are so light that I don't even have to worry about. Very nice. I will say though, it appears that my copy of Mario Land 2 is not saving, so we're going to have to replace the CR 2025 or CR 1616, whichever one it is, in that. And honestly, we need to do it in a number of other ones, including my original 1999 Pokemon, because that's not going to survive very much longer. That is well past its expiration date. Well guys, I splurged. Seeing as all my other games have bad batteries, but Pokemon Red still has a good battery, I want to save my original save file. And so I got myself some replacement batteries, but then also I got myself an Inside Gadgets GBX cart rewritable 1.4. And so that'll come in and we can actually save my original save file, and then we can just use the no-name brand CR 2025s. Thais gave me her jacket, and for the first time in a long time I get to have an inner pocket. And with that, I get to pull this out. Now, yesterday we had a bit of an issue. Thais was watching me play, and the second cartridge still has a good battery. So years ago I made a save file. Well, this was like, what, 25, 26? And I had all the coins. I kept replaying. Well, one of the times when I turned it off and back on, I lost all my coins. What? The best I can surmise is that either I've never had an issue of turning off and turning back on a game doing that. Because that's such a minute bit flip that I don't know. The other save game is still there. I presume this has a weak battery also. It's probably the issue. I will say though, I'll walk away from this building. This is like the perfect weather to play. Now, sadly, of course, it's hard to not get a reflection of the buildings. To make a backlight or to not make a backlight, you know, we have so many devices now with backlights that it's almost nice to not have a device with a backlight, but it is difficult to use it. I don't know. I like the difference of a Game Boy. But even last night I was sitting there thinking, in order to enjoy modern games, you normally have to have like a bigger screen. A tiny screen is just too tiny for most modern experiences, so don't know.